Hello dear friends, today we are going to learn about data handling in Python. We are going to discuss about the data types in Python. Data types. Data type in Python specifies the type of data we are going to store in any variable and the type of operation we can perform on a variable. Data can be of many types. They are character, integer, real, string, etc. Okay, it specifies the type of data we are going to store in any variable and the type of operation we can perform on a variable. Python data types are classified into numbers, strings, list, tuple, dictionary and set. In your syllabus, set is not mentioned for you to learn, but this is also a data type in Python. So the main data types which are used in Python are classified into mainly two categories: the immutable data type and mutable data types. We can see the difference between immutability and mutability. In the case of immutable data types, the immutable data types are those that can never change their value in place. As we all know, variables are not storage containers in Python, right? Whenever the value is changed, their memory location also will get changed. So, the immutable data types are those that can never change their value in place. We cannot change a particular variable in a place with another own value. It will change in another own location, right? Examples are integers, floating point numbers, boolean, strings and tuples. These are examples of immutable data types, whereas mutable data types can change their value in place. Examples of mutable data types includes list and dictionary. In list and dictionary, there involves the change their value in place. Okay, those data types are called as mutable data types. Let us see practically. We all know the id function will return the memory location of a particular variable. You can see in this example a equal to 10, id of a we have printed. At that time only memory location is displaying. Next statement a equal to 10, id of a, the same memory location is referencing now. Now we have changed the value a equal to a plus 5. So now the value of a got changed to 15, right? But we can see here when we print id of a, another location is printed. That is why it is called as immutable data type. We couldn't change the particular value in the same memory location, right? Next, list is equal to 23, 54, 87. We are printing the id of the list LST. It is showing on memory location. Okay, now we are going to change one of the element in a list using LST of 1. LST of 1, that means the second element. 0 is the LST of 0 is the first element. LST of 1 means it is the second element. We are going to change the second element now. Instead of 54, we are going to say 69. Now we are going to print the list. It got changed to 23, 69 and 87. Now we are going to print the ID of LST. It is showing the same memory location, you can see here. That is why it is changing the element in the same memory location. We are changing the value in the same memory location as that of the previous case, right? So that is why it is called as mutable data types. So the mutable data types in Python involves list and dictionary. You can see here the immutable data types involves numbers, strings, tuples, etc. And the mutable data types involves list, dictionary and sets. These are the data types in Python. Okay. Variable internals. You can see here we are using one function, the type function, the type of an object. A equal to 4, type of 4. It will display the class where the type of 4 is displayed here. You can see here the type of 4 is displayed as class int. Next, the type of A. Here A is referring to the object which is of int class, right? So the type of A is displayed as int. So in order to get the type of the object, we have to use which function? Yes, the type function. id will return the memory location, right? The location. But the type will return what type the object is. That is returned by which function? Yes, type function. You can see here, if you want to print the particular value, we have to use the print function. print 4. It will print the value 4. Print A. It will print the value which is assigned to the variable A. ID object will return the ID function will return the location. You can see through the example, if we type A equal to 50 and we are going to, in this example you can see A equal to 50. So type of A when we use, it will print S, class int. S is equal to Sodi. Type of S, class string. ID of A, it is showing on location. ID of str, it is showing on location. Print A, it is printing the value which is assigned in A, that is 50. Okay. Python supports the following data types: numbers, string, list, tuple and dictionary. In numbers there are int, float and complex. Numbers. Number data types are used to store numeric values. Numbers in Python can be of following types: integers, floating point numbers and complex numbers. In integers there are signed integers and booleans. Okay. Integers. Integers allows to store whole numbers only. They have no fractional parts. Integers can be positive and negative. Example 100, 250, minus 12, plus 50, etc. Types of integers. Signed. Integers which are signed. It's normal integer representation of whole numbers. Integers in Python can be on any length. It is only limited by memory available. In Python 3.x, int data type can be used to store big or small integer value, whether it is positive or negative. Next is the booleans. It allows to store only two values. They are true and false. The internal value of boolean true and false is 1 and 0 respectively. We can get boolean value from 0 and 1 using the bool function. Okay. In this example you can see A equal to 5 plus bool of 1. So it will return 6. How it is returning 6? A equal to 5 plus this bool of 1 means, yes, bool of 1 means it is returning true, but it is an expression, so it is internally converting it into expression. So instead of true it is returning 1. So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. But when is separately doing bool of 1, it is returning as true. Okay, the bool function will return the boolean value, but in the case of expression it is returning 1 for true and 0 for false. In this example you can see bool of 0 is false, bool of 1 is true. And also simply I am giving S is equal to true and type of S. It will return the type of S. It is now bool, right? So it is returning bool. Now S is equal to true, ST is equal to, within the quotes I am giving true. Then it is showing the type as string, right? When we print ST, it will showing the type as string. And next we have to learn, if we want to convert the boolean value to string value, we have to use the function str. So str of false, it will convert that boolean value into string. Str of true, it will convert that boolean value into true. Okay. Next is the floating point numbers. It allows to store numbers with decimal points. For example, 2.14. The decimal point indicates that it is not an integer but a float value. 100 is an integer but 100.5 is a float value. The floating point numbers can be represented in two forms. One is the fractional form. Example 200.50, 0.78, etc. Next is the exponent form. Exponent form is represented with mantissa and exponent part. That means we are representing using E, right? Floating point numbers have two advantages over integers. They can represent the values between the integers. They can represent a much greater range of values. If we want to represent the value between two integers, we can be possible through the use of floating point numbers, right? But floating point number suffers from one disadvantage also. The floating point operations are usually slower than integer operations. In Python, floating point numbers represent machine level double precision floating point numbers, that is 15-digit precision. it can include the digits 15 digits. Okay, it can represent up to 15 digits. That is why the precision is 15 digits in floating point. Complex numbers in Python, it represents in the form of a plus bj. To represent the imaginary numbers, Python use j or capital J in place of I. Okay, to represent the imaginary. And you can see in this example 0 plus 6j, b is equal to 2.5 plus 3j, etc. These are all examples of complex numbers. You can see in this example a is equal to 8 plus 9.6j and b is equal to 6j. And next we are going to do on calculation a plus b. So it will print as a plus b. The real part will add it together and imaginary part will add it together. So 8 plus 0, that is 8. 8 plus 9.6 plus 6, that is 15.6. So 8 plus 15.6j. This is the answer we got for a plus b. Right? Python allows to retrieve real and imaginary part of complex number using the attributes real and image. For example, if a is a complex number, a dot real will retrieve the real part and a dot image will retrieve the imaginary part. In this example, a is equal to 1 plus 3.4j, print a dot real. It will return the real part, that is 1.0, and print a dot image. It will return 3.54. String. String is a collection of any valid characters in a quotation marks, single quote, double quote or triple quote. Each character of string in Python is a Unicode character. Strings are used to store information like name, address, descriptions, etc. For example, hello, welcome, Python, etc. are examples of string. In this example, you can see s is equal to Python and type of s, that means it will display the type as string. Next is s of 2. S of 2 means it's a displaying the second position, that means 0, 1, 2. 0th, first and second, that is the second position includes the character t, that is why it is displaying t. Okay, that is the second index. The index starts from 0. In Python, string is a sequence of characters and each character can be individually accessed using index. From beginning, the first character in string is at index 0 and the last will be at len minus 1. From backward direction, the last character will be at index minus 1 and the first character will be at minus len. To access the individual character of the string, there is one technique called slicing. We can use the syntax string name of index position. Here, for example, stream is equal to science, print stream of 0. It will take the first character s. And when we try to print this in the ideally, see s is equal to Python s of 2. It is printing in single quotes. But when we use the print function, it will not display the output in single quotes. That you have to remember. And here print s of 2. S of 2 means the second index, what is the character? Here in Python, t, right? Okay. Next we have to see stream is equal to science. Print stream of 5. It will display the fifth position. Okay. What will be the output? The fifth position will be the output. We cannot change the individual letters of the string by assignment because we cannot change the individual letters because the string in Python is immutable, and hence if we try to do this, Python will raise error object does not support item assignment. Name is equal to Ronaldo. Name of one show error because we couldn't assign each letter in the string with another one. However, we can assign the string to another string. For example, name is equal to Ronaldo. We can assign a new string to the variable name. It will store that particular value in the name variable, but the location will change. Okay, that will change, but we can assign the complete string to the variable. List and tuples. List and tuples are compound data types. That is, they allow us to store multiple values under one name of different data types. List is represented in square bracket but tuple is represented in parenthesis. Okay. The main difference between list and tuple is list can be changed or modified, that is mutable type, whereas tuples cannot be changed or modified, that is immutable type. Let us take with this example. List. A list in Python represents a list of comma separated values of any data type between square brackets. You can see in square brackets 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's an example of list. Another one example is A, E, I, O within square brackets, each separated by double quotes and comma. And see, you can see Swati, PGTCS 10, 1.8. It is also a variety of numbers enclosed in square bracket. These are all example of list. The values stored in list are internally numbered from 0 onwards. That is, the first element will be at position 0 and second will be at 1 and so on. The length function will return the length. Tuples are also those lists which cannot be changed, that is not modifiable. Tuples are defined inside parentheses and values are separated by comma. For example, favorite is equal to, we have to open the parenthesis and we can include the items. Like the string, we cannot include the assignment operator for each member in the tuple because it is immutable, and also the numbers in tuple start from 0 onwards. Next is the dictionary. Dictionary is another feature of Python. It is an unordered set of comma separated key value pairs. Dictionary items are defined in curly brackets. Keys defined in dictionary cannot be same. That is, no two keys can be same. For example, you can see student is equal to, we have opened the curly bracket, roll, colon, 1. Name, colon, Jagga. Like that. We can include the key value pairs separated by colon. Key value pairs. Okay. No two keys are the same. By means of this key, we are identifying each value in the record. Dictionary is mutable. That is, we can modify the dictionary elements. The key name can be string or numeric. In this example, we are using on dictionary and we are printing print student of per. So, the value in the key per will print, that is 91.5. Next is val is on dictionary and we are printing print val of 1. So, it will print the corresponding value for the key 1. Here the corresponding value is 100. So, 100 will display. Next, we are going to learn about input-output functions. Input function. Input function is used to take input from a user. Input function always returns a value of string type. Syntax is variable to hold the value is equal to input prompt to be displayed. You can see here name is equal to input. Enter your name. So, it will prompt the user to enter a string, and after that, in order to print that particular string, we need to store that string in a variable name. See here, enter your name. We are going to enter on name, and after that it is printing that particular string. Okay, that is why we have given on print statement in the program to print the name. In this example, we are entering two names and we are printing name 1 plus name 2. Let us see how it works. First name is Python, second name is programming. See, it joined the two names using the plus operator, that is the concatenation operator in case of strings. Okay, the input to the input function will always be taken as a string. Okay, so we can directly store the particular input in the variables and we can join by means of the concatenation operator plus. Let us see another example, val 1 and val 2. We are going to enter two numbers. Okay, if we enter two numbers 5 and 2 and we are printing 5 plus 2. So, you will assume like it will print 7, right? But it will print as another one output, that is 5 2, because if it is taking the values as strings. the input function will take the values as strings. The return type of input function is always be a string. Okay, so it will join the particular two strings. If we want to make these strings as integer, we have to use some other functions in order to change the integer from the string type. Okay, for that we have to use int function to convert the string to integer type. Now when we enter the values, it will convert to integer. Okay, using which function? Int function. Int function will helps to convert the integer string to integer. Okay, let us see this program after execution, how it will work. Let us see that. We are going to execute the program. We are going to enter value 1, 5, value 2, 2. See, the output is 7 because we converted the string to integer type using which function? Yes, int function. Okay, that is why val 1 plus val 2 is equal to 7. But you must remember one thing, if you want to print the integer numbers, then you must enter the string as also integers. If you enter some other strings and you have used the int function, it will not work. See, 5 we have entered as a string here, but it could not convert it to integer, right? That is why this error occurs. If you want to convert something to integer, you have to enter that string also as an integer. That means in the keyboard you have to type the numbers if you want to enter the string and convert to integer. Okay, that's all about the input function. Next we are going to see the print function. Print function is used to display a string on the console. If you want to print, we have to use which function? Print function. It will also help to display a string on the console. Let us see the syntax of print function. You can see here, for printing val 1 plus val 2, we are using which function? Print function. So print function will help to display the output in the console. Okay, let us see one example. A equal to 10 and print A. Without quotes we are giving A, that will print the value, but when give the quotes, it will print the string A. Okay, it will print the string A. In order to print the value in A, we have to simply give A without quotes. If we give within quotes, it will print that string itself. That difference you must understand. Okay, the difference between the strings in double quotes or single quotes, and simply we are printing the variable. If you want to print the value, we have to simply give print the variable name, and if you want to print the string, we have to give print in the parenthesis. We have to include either single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. Okay, you can see here we are giving print A within quotes, that will print the string A itself, and we have given print simply A, it will print the value 10. And if you want to print like A equal to 10 in the output, we have to give like print in the double quotes A equal to, that will print as A equal to string itself, and comma will add number of arguments, and A, that will print A equal to 10. Okay, you can see here, if you want to print like A equal to 10, we have to follow this. This is the syntax of print function. Print function is used to display the string on the console. The syntax include print, pointer objects. It can include number of arguments, number of objects inside the print function, and there are optional parameters like sep and end. We have to see these things. Sep is the separator and end is the end. By default, the sep is space, and by default the end is /n, that is new line. It will be more clear through the example. Let us see that. You can see here name equal to input, enter your name, print greetings comma name. You can see we have included on hash symbol on the first line, that is the denotation of comments. Comments means the interpreter will ignore that particular line. If we give some statements in hash, it will ignore that line, it will not come in the output. That is called comments in Python. This is one way of giving comment. Print Python, print programming, print tutorial. These three things we have given using print function. And as of now, we are not used the sep and end line. Let us see how it is executing. See, Python in one line, programming in another line, tutorial in another line. Like this we will get the output. Now we are going to include the end argument. End is equal to, normal case it is new line. That is why these three things comes in separate line. Okay. Now we have changed that end is equal to space. Next print statement also we are going to change end is equal to space. And now let us see how it will work. You can see after space in the same line itself the strings got displayed by using the end is equal to space argument. Okay, these all are called as arguments, and we can include multiple arguments by separating it with comma. Okay, now we have used the end argument, so it will come in a single line separated by space. You can give any other argument like end is equal to 3 asterisk, 4 asterisk, any pattern you can give. Like that the output will display like this, Python separated by the end argument and next string, like that it will come. Okay, by default it is the new line, but we can able to change that end argument with different patterns. Now we are going to comment this. We can include one more type of comment using triple quotes. If we give like this is another kind of multi-line comment. It will not appear in the output. Either we can use hash symbol, or we can use 3 single quotes, 3 double quotes, or 3 triple quotes, and we can include the multiple lines to make them as multi-line comments. So these strings will not appear in the output. These are the two ways of giving comments in Python. Either we have to give the hash symbol, or we have to give the triple quotes. And after that, if we give the statements, that statement only will come in the output. These comments will not come in the output. Okay. See, print Swati, Neha and Nisha. Let us see that. In a single print statement, we have separated different arguments like this. So, Swati space, but we are not given any space here, right? But by default, the space will come to separate the arguments in a single print statement. If we give like this, by default, space is the separator. But if you want to change the separator, we can give like sep is equal to which separator we want, that we can specify here. Now I am going to give the separator type. Sep is equal to, in the quotes I am going to give some @ symbols. Okay. So let us see. See, after each argument that particular separator is coming. Okay. There is a thing about sep. So 2 arguments sep and end in the print statement. Okay. Now I am going to remove the comment. So it will come in the output. Okay. Now let us execute this. You can see that all the things have come here. Now I am going to enter one print statement without entering the string. At that time, a new line is inserted. Okay. A print statement without any argument will insert a new line. That's the thing you must understand. Okay. A print statement without any argument will insert a new line in the output. So these are the features of print function. It auto converts the items into string. It inserts space between items automatically because the default value of separate argument is space. It appends a new line character at the end of a line unless you give your own end argument. So by default the end argument is new line. By default the sep argument is space, blank space. These are the things about print function. Print function auto converts the items into string. Okay. Print function auto converts the items into string. That's the main thing about print function. Okay. So I hope you understood thoroughly about the concept of Python programming. Please go through this video carefully. Thank you. Have a nice day.